sun filters through the old cafe blinds, but it doesn't warm me, not this time. Your laughter used to linger here. Now it's just echoes, faint but clear. We danced in the glow of borrowed time, and now I'm left replaying the lines. Fading shadows slipping through. Once they were bright, now there's no hue. We held so tight, afraid to let go. But love's a shadow, it fades, you know. Your favorite book still rests on the shelf, unread, untouched, just like myself. The clock ticks loud in the empty room, counting moments we lost too soon. We tried to fight, to hold the spark, but love, like light, fades in the dark. Fading shadows slipping through. Once they were bright, now there's no hue. We held so tight, afraid to let go. But love's a shadow, it fades, you know. If I could stop time, freeze us there in the golden light, without a care. But shadows grow long, and day turns to night, and love, like shadows, fades out of sight. Fading shadows of you and me, a love that lived but couldn't be. Those shadows fade, the pain will stay, forever etched in yesterday. Spring brought us flowers that we couldn't keep. Summer burned bright, but the fire ran deep. Autumn whispered of things to come, and winter told us we were done. The seasons changed, but love stood still, caught in a cycle against our will. Broken seasons, love fell apart. Each one tore a piece from my heart. We tried to fight, but couldn't stay. Broken seasons carried us away. The leaves we stepped on were crisp and gold. Now they're scattered, lifeless, cold. Your hand in mine was a fleeting flame, but time has a way of forgetting names. We paint pieces of us and stories untold. You're sitting there just across the room, but the silence fills it like heavy perfume. We're saying words, but they don't align, like whispers fading through the sands of time. Your eyes look at me, but don't really see, and I'm holding on to what we used to be. The space between us grows every day, a quiet distance we can't repay. We're reaching out but never quite touch. The space between us, it's just too much. Do you remember the laughter we shared? How the world outside never compared. Now the walls echo with what's unsaid, and I'm lying alone in this empty bed. We built a bridge, but it burned halfway, and now we're lost in the words we can't say. The space between us grows every day, a quiet distance we can't repay. We're reaching out but never quite touch. The space between us, it's just too much. If I could go back to where we began, rewrite the story, make a new plan, but the space between us has grown too wide, and love can't live where hearts collide. The space between us is all that's left, a lingering ache, an empty breath. Though I loved you once with all my soul, the space between us has taken its toll. I watched your shadow fade down the street, your footsteps lost in the cold concrete. The sky opened up as you walked away, and I stood there drenched in what I couldn't say. The rain hides the tears falling from my face, but it can't wash away the empty space left in the rain with nothing to hold. This love has gone quiet, the nights feel so cold. Your absence pours down like a storm I can't fight, left in the rain on this endless night. Your umbrella drops on my skin whisper your name. Though the storm may pass, the ache will remain. For I was left in the rain again and You walked in today like a ghost in the light, familiar and distant. It didn't feel right. The sound of your voice, it struck a chord, but the melody faded and silence roared. How did we get here, this empty place? Once lovers, now shadows, no trace of grace. Familiar stranger, I don't know you now. Time's rearranged us, I can't figure out how. You're here but not, a ghost in my mind. Familiar stranger, love left us behind. To know each other's hearts, but now it feels like we're worlds apart. Your smile is the same, but it doesn't stay. It's a fleeting moment that slips away. We built a castle on shifting sand, now it's crumbled beneath our hands. Familiar stranger, I don't know you now. Time's rearranged us, I can't figure out how. You're here but not, a ghost in my mind. Familiar stranger, love left us behind. Wish I could hold on to who we were before the lines between us blurred. But the stranger I see in your eyes tonight is a reminder of love's fleeting light. Familiar stranger, I'll let you go with a heavy heart, but a love I know. We were something once upon a time, now just a memory lost in the rhyme. The city hums, but it feels so still. Your voice in my mind lingers at will. The neon signs reflect on the street, but they can't light the space where we used to meet. Every step feels heavy tonight, chasing shadows under this fractured light. When the lights fade and the world turns gray, your memory is the only thing that stays. Though you're gone, I still see your face. When the lights fade, I'm lost in that space. Trace the words you left but your warmth is a story I'll always hold. These empty streets don't feel the same. Every corner still whispers your name. When the lights fade and the world turns gray, your memory is the only thing that stays. Though you're gone, I still see your face. When the lights fade, I'm lost in that space. I tell myself to move along, but the echoes of you are far too strong. Maybe love never truly departs, it just carves a home in broken hearts. When the lights fade, I'm still searching for you, in the quiet of night, in the morning dew. Though time moves forward, I stay the same. When the lights fade, I call your name. Your sweater still draped on the chair by the bed. It's holding the shape of the words left unsaid. The coffee we brewed now tastes bittersweet. A daily routine now feels incomplete. We were a puzzle that fits so well, but now the edges are hard to tell. Fragments of us are scattered around in the quiet spaces, in the smallest sound. Every corner of this empty room holds a memory of what we once knew. The way you laughed when the rain would pour, the songs we danced to, the creaking floor. The mirror reflects only half of me. The rest is lost in your memory. We were a fire, now only smoke. The kind of love that time couldn't cloak. Fragments of us are scattered around in the quiet spaces, in the smallest sound. Every corner of this empty room holds a memory of what we once knew. I try to hold them, these pieces of you, but they slip through my fingers no matter what I do. If I could rebuild what we let fall apart, but some fragments can't glue back a heart. Fragments of us, like whispers in the breeze, a haunting love that won't ever cease. There's a trace of you in the books you left, a whisper of laughter in the air's unrest. The way the curtains sway feels the same, like you're just around, softly calling my name. But when I turn, there's no one there, just a memory caught in the midnight air. Your ghost still stays, it lingers near, in every shadow. It feels so clear. You're gone, but you're everywhere I go. Your ghost still stays, it won't let me go. The way the door creaks reminds me of you, like a secret song only we knew. The stars outside still spell your name, and every moment feels just the same. It's like you're holding on, though you've moved on. A love that echoes even when it's gone. Your ghost still stays, it lingers near, in every shadow. It feels so clear. You're gone, but you're everywhere I go. Your ghost still stays, it won't let me go. If I could speak to the air you've become, ask why the heartache refuses to run. But maybe it's love that never decays, a part of you here where your ghost still stays. Your ghost still stays, it keeps me near, in a bittersweet dance between love and fear. Though time tries to pull me far away, your ghost still stays, it's here to stay. The moonlight paints your face tonight, a picture of love fading out of sight. We're holding hands, but it feels so thin, like the air between us is wearing thin. Your words are soft, but they cut so deep, whispered goodbyes that won't let me sleep. Whispered goodbyes, they echo through the quiet end of me and you. A love once loud is fading fast. Whispered goodbyes, they're all that last. The clock keeps ticking, the moments slide, but I can't seem to move from your side. Your shadow lingers, your scent remains, but love has left us with growing loss is heavy, but so are the tears. Whispered goodbyes, confirming my fears. Whispered goodbyes, they echo through the quiet end of me and you. A love once loud is fading fast. Whispered goodbyes, they're all that last. If I could freeze this, stop the clock before the key turns in the final lock. But whispered goodbyes are slipping free, taking with them a part of me. Whispered goodbyes in the midnight air, a fragile love beyond repair. Though you're leaving, I'll hold on tight to whispered goodbyes that fade tonight. You stood by the door, your hand on the frame. Our eyes met like strangers, but love wasn't to blame. The words we didn't say hung in the air, a bittersweet silence neither could bear. We were standing on the edge of something vast, a love too fragile, too good to last. The edge of goodbye, where hearts collide, a moment so tender, yet worlds divide. We held on tight, but the fall was too steep. The edge of goodbye, where love cannot keep. The photographs lie on the desk untouched, memories too vivid, emotions too much. I still hear your laughter, it echoes so clear, but it fades with each day you're not here. The end doesn't come with a violent storm, just a quiet ache that becomes the norm. The edge of goodbye, where hearts collide, a moment so tender, yet worlds divide. We held on tight, but the fall was too steep. The edge of goodbye, where love cannot keep. Maybe in another life we'd stay, but in this one love slipped away. Though it breaks me, I know it's true. Sometimes goodbye is the kindest thing to do. The edge of goodbye, a beautiful lake, a love so real it could only break. And as you walk away, I let out a sigh, forever tethered to